Happy Sonic CD Day, everyone! Or at least it's Sonic CD Day at the time of making this. Today marks the 32nd anniversary of Sonic CD's release, and instead of making a couple memes and shitposts for the game like I usually do every year, I decided to do something a little more special. So I asked my followers on Twitter and Discord to let me know what Sonic CD means to them. And in this video, I will be reading some of them out loud and then tell you what Sonic CD means to me. So, without further ado, let's get started with our first submission. Sonic CD was my first ever Sonic game, specifically the Whitehead port. Without it, I don't think I would have gotten into the series. I remember fondly of me not knowing what was going on and getting stuck on Collision Chaos, and not getting past it. Metal Sonic is my favorite character of all time, and of course, this is his debut game. Sonic CD is a game that makes me realize how you can make a game so visually creative and have a level of ambition to a single video game. A moral I've taken away from this is to love your projects and add more layers of care to make your pieces that more interesting. Sonic CD is a special game that means a lot to me, and a game I believe everyone should experience at least once. I've always been a huge fan of the atmosphere in each of its zones, and I think they're still worth taking the time to look at in full detail. There's even 2 different soundtracks which both add onto this atmosphere, and I still consider both soundtracks to be easily some of the best songs we've gotten out of Sonic. I was truly exposed to the game back in 2011, and to this day, it's still a game I enjoy going back to and speeding through the levels as different characters, thanks to Sonic Origins Plus. While I know that it may not be everyone's cup of tea, it's a cup of tea that I still sip on and really enjoy often. I played the mobile port a longest time ago on my Mimi's Kindle. I think I had the American soundtrack on because the game over and boss music themes always scared the shit out of me. But that game is what really made me love Metal Sonic. Admittedly, I never beat his race as a kid, and the fact there was a character that could outpace Sonic was just so cool to me. The game's visuals were really cool too, and the music was so unique compared to the other Sonic games I played growing up. I know this is all over the place, but what I'm trying to say is that this means a lot to me. The characters, the music, the art. I would be a very different person if it weren't for the complex beauty of Sonic CD. Sonic CD is a one-of-a-kind game. I feel like you wouldn't be able to recreate this game nowadays if you tried. It exhibits such a dreamlike and ethereal feel, with the bizarre levels and the amazing soundtrack. This game is what I think embodies Sonic the most. A fight between nature and technology at its peers. It's just a wonderful anomaly of a game. Wacky Workbench taught me to feel pain again. To feel loss, sorrow, agony. Sonic CD is one of the most special pieces of art of all time, and I do not use those words like that lightly. Everything about the game complements each other uniquely, and makes one of the most incredible gaming experiences of all time. The soundtrack, the story, the level design, everything is near perfection. The Sonic CD means a lot to me. Its music is something I will always listen to, and it's a game I revisit every week and never get tired of. Most importantly, to me, Sonic CD is a message. That even if things seem bleak and not in your favor, all it takes is the first step to start making a better future. Sonic CD is a message of hope. When I was little, I was primarily a Nintendo kid. Our family owned a GameCube, and I would spend hours and hours playing Mario Kart and Mario Party with my family. I don't know how we got it, but we also happened to own a copy of Sonic Gems Collection, which was my introduction to the Sonic series. When I was younger, I would spend so much time messing around in Sonic the Fighters and Sonic R, trying out all the different Game Gear games for around 5 minutes each. And most importantly, I would play Sonic CD. Since CD is the only mainline Sonic game in the package, it technically makes Sonic CD the first Sonic game I ever really played. Even though I could never get past the 3rd level titled Tempest, I would still play those same 3 levels over and over again, having fun. The graphics, the weird American music, the gameplay, it was also captivating to little me. Then, years later, I played the Christian Whitehead port of Sonic CD, and became re-immersed in the game again. Now that I was better, I was actually able to beat the game, and I've done so many times since. The Japanese soundtrack of the game has also become by far my favorite Sonic OST from any Sonic game, and I listen to parts of it all the time. CD being my first Sonic game also likely played a part in making Metal Sonic my absolute favorite Sonic character. The game is still as fun as it was for me when I was a kid, and even though it's a somewhat divisive game today, I still love it and consider it to be one of my favorite Sonic games of all time. An electric experience with a staggering amount of imagination and creativity put into it. From the retro-futuristic utopias to the disheartening and beaten-down dystopias, the house, techno, and hip-hop inspired soundtracks. Its themes of unifying nature and technology to create a better future. The bold and colorful art direction. Sonic CD thrives at making my mind race with ideas, and I'll always cherish that. Sonic CD was my third Sonic game, the one that showed me there was more to just going fast, the one that truly kept me invested into the series. It introduced me to animations, motifs and music, Metal Sonic, and most importantly, running with your arms behind your back. Sonic CD established to me what exactly Sonic was. It's a perfect story, without saying a word. CD is a game of endless wonder. It feels like every time I play it, I find something new to love or hate. Its story, its visuals, its music, stage design, it all comes together to make an unforgettable experience. Aside from the beautiful visuals and music, what made Sonic CD special to me was playing the game on my tablet in the evenings during the infancy of the pandemic and online schooling, when there wasn't much to do. The magical world of Little Planet entranced me. I was constantly replaying the game back then, and I even goofed around in different levels because it felt so magical running around the environment and discovering every little secret the game had to offer. Also, Amy is still one of my favorite Sonic characters in the series. Sonic CD taught me that it's never too late to improve your future. Use everything in your power to make the world better for yourself and others. It was the first game I ever played, a game that opened the doors for me to discover the world of Sonic the Hedgehog. The level design, both past and future, good or bad, are incredible. Its music and motivational songs are what inspire me to not give up, and I can't miss the debut of these two greats, Metal Sonic and Amy Rose. Even though the game is a bit short, it has an incredible story and its visual aspect is beautiful. Sonic CD, for me, is the definitive classic Sonic experience. To me, Sonic CD shows us how we can live our lives to the fullest. We determine our futures, through struggles with ourselves and others around us, defeating that worst version of you holding you back. Even if that version of you may not be an aura-farming robot, we can overcome ourselves to improve the future for this world. Because if you try, you can do anything. Unrelated, but I had to mention the fact that most people that played the game and ended up hating or not seeing the appeal of Sonic CD just barely scratched the surface of the game. They refused to seek further than what the game offered at first glance. And if you ignore 80% of the game's identity, no wonder the whole experience might feel lacking to you. I got to appreciate Sonic CD more and more as the years went by. There are a ton of good video games out there that can even be life-changing, and I am thankful for all of them being when we needed them the most. And I gladly consider Sonic CD to be a special game that deserves to be called among the greatest. While often misunderstood, as long as it makes a positive impact in someone's life, then it's all that matters. Sonic CD is absolutely my favorite game of all time. Unique mechanics, the navigation through zones, and the two characters, especially Metal Sonic, are very unique. I absolutely love Metal Sonic. I love the amazing soundtrack of the Japanese version. I love the atmospheric soundtrack of the American version. I've been obsessing about this game for a really long time, even going as far to beat the game on any phone, any PC, and any TV I have. I've been making remixes of this game, even getting the exact original instruments that was used to make them. I burnt an empty CD and shoved the Sonic CD files so it looks like I have a physical copy of the original game. I have a printed out box of the American version. I've made so many files just for Sonic CD and studying, I don't need to listen to the soundtracks. I have literally memorized it. Sonic CD saved my life and shaped my philosophies for the better with its sense of power and positivity. I don't think I'd be as satisfied as I am today without it. It's genuinely my favorite game of all time. Its soundtrack and vibrant world pulled me through some of the worst years of my life. Cosmic Eternity / Believe in Yourself is still one of my favorite songs ever. I listened to it on the bus on my way to school on those bleak and lonely days, and it just gave me the courage to keep pushing a little, even if it felt like it was for nothing. I used to hate this game for years, but would play it anyways because it's conceptually my favorite Sonic game. It had my favorite soundtrack, my favorite aesthetics and art direction, and it debuted my favorite rival character. I always wanted it to be my favorite because of that. Well, a little over a year ago, I decided to lock in and really try to understand what people liked about the gameplay. And I got hooked. I finally understand the time travel mechanic. For like a few months, I ignored almost all other games in favor of playing Sonic CD. Mastering the time travel mechanic is opening your third eye. The main theme really is right. You can do anything. I'm glad I finally get what makes this game so special, because now it's one of my favorite games of all time. Sonic CD is my favorite classic game. I love the music, I love the gameplay, the special stages. I love Metal Sonic, and I love the message. We should strive for a good future. We shouldn't reject technology, but we shouldn't allow it to destroy nature. That we really could anything as long as there's harmony. Sonic CD for me is a great blend of visuals and audio into one game, and its soundtracks really affected the way I approach making music to this day. But besides that, I also enjoy playing it. Yes, including Wacky Workbench. I am a man who forgets. I like exploring the ins and outs. That's how I approach most games in general. Overall, a lovely game and experience. My first ever exposure to the Sonic series was through the 2011 remake, and the game holds a very special place in my heart. It has such a unique vibe compared to the other classic games, and seeing the cutscenes for the first time absolutely blew my mind as a kid. To this day, I adore CD in almost every aspect. Whether it be the time travel mechanic, the amazing visuals, the soundtrack, it's all wonderful. Every time I go back and revisit CD, it seems like there's always something new for me to appreciate, and I love it. As the game that made me a diehard Sonic fan since childhood, I will forever appreciate it. Alright, let's do one more and then call it there. Oh, this one's mine! What does Sonic CD mean to me? Well, it means a lot of things. My story with Sonic CD is similar to a lot of people. You know, playing one of the remakes, not really knowing what's going on, and getting lost at first, only to appreciate it later on in life, and I was older and kind of understand how to play the game, along with being obsessed with the music and Metal Sonic. But Sonic CD is more than a game to me. It's hard for me to say what Sonic CD means to me. I'm not exactly the best with words. Even worse when I try to say why I love this game outside of the game itself. But it certainly has shaped the person who I am today. The Sonic CD really was a one in a million. I feel like it came out at the perfect time for influences in its art, music, level designs, character designs, and the direction Sonic was going with the nature versus industrialism theming, with the good future and bad futures. But I don't want to ramble on about that too much, because I feel like I can talk about this later on a different video, but I digress. It's hard for me to think about Sonic CD without remembering what this game gave me. Sonic CD gave me a passion, gave me hope. It taught me to slow down, explore the world, and smell the flowers. It gave me a community of around 12,000 people. It gave me the drive to build and create. And that's something no other piece of art can ever give me. So, when I ask myself, what does Sonic CD mean to me? I know it sounds silly to say, but Sonic CD has been the stepping stones, leading me down the path we call life. I can't thank this game enough for everything it has given me. So yeah, that's what Sonic CD means to me. I would like to express my gratitude to all those who responded to the forum asking what Sonic CD means to you. I'm sorry if I didn't get to all your responses. Like, here's the thing, I expected to get like 10, maybe 15, but I received over 80 of them, which is just mind-blowing to me, and I'm incredibly grateful for that. But I had to cut it off at some point. But that's all I, and you, had to say about what Sonic CD means to you. So, to end things off, I gotta say, happy birthday, and thank you to Sonic CD. It sucks and I hate it.